Are financial advisors worth it? That is a great question, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion in this video. Ever wonder if paying for a financial advisor is worth it, or if you're just throwing money away? Or can they actually help you reach your financial goals faster? In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into answering that question. We're going to do some of the math for you and really help you understand for yourself whether or not it is wise to employ a financial advisor to help you reach your financial goals. And I think that the answer to this question will probably surprise you and make you think really hard and fast about what you're doing with your investment dollars. As a financial educator who has helped countless people do the math and come to the right decisions for themselves on what to do with their own investment dollars, I'm going to clearly explain to you what it is exactly that financial advisors do. We're going to help you weigh the pros and the cons of working with one, and we're going to reveal the shocking impact and the implication of those fees over time and help you answer for yourself whether or not it is worth it to work with a financial advisor. So let's dive in. First, let's start off by talking about what it is exactly financial advisors actually do. Financial advisors offer personalized financial guidance, and they can help you analyze your current financial situation, help you set realistic goals, manage your investment portfolio for you, create retirement plans, and even help you navigate complex tax strategies. They essentially help you avoid some of the most costly mistakes by guiding your financial decisions. Let's weigh some of the pros and cons of hiring a financial advisor and figure out for ourselves whether or not it's worth the cost. Let's talk pros and cons. That personalized advice can be valuable. They can help you tailor strategies specifically for your financial goals and your personal risk tolerance. And that can be a good thing. It saves time. They handle the investing and the research and the ongoing portfolio management for you so that you can focus on other areas of life. And they have expertise. Now, not all financial advisors are created equal, but they do have access to professional information, and their advice can help you prevent costly mistakes, especially if you're new to investing and dealing with complicated financial matters is a little overwhelming to you. That expertise can come in handy. And they can help provide emotional guardrails. They can help you keep your emotions in check by providing you with sound advice to keep you from making impulsive decisions anytime market volatility picks up, and they can help you stay the course. Those are some of the good things that financial advisors do. But it comes at a cost, and that cost can be surprisingly significant. In fact, that is the number one con. Cost. Those fees can add up significantly over time, potentially reducing your returns. And when I use the word potentially, I should probably state that a little bit more emphatically. It'll absolutely reduce your overall returns because they're constantly scraping that little fee off of the top, and that diminishes your compounding. There could potentially be conflicts of interest. Not all financial advisors act as fiduciaries, and what that means is they might recommend products that benefit them and their firm more than they benefit you. And it's a passive approach. You might end up just being a spectator in your financial future. You're not truly understanding your investments or the decisions being made. And when you're a spectator in the process, you are not in control. Now let's address the shocking impact of fees on your wealth over time. The average financial advisor charges about 1% annually. Some financial advisors charge more. They might charge you 1.5% or 2%. And some might even charge you less, maybe 0.5% or 0.75%. But what is surprising about this is even though those numbers sound small, oh, well, it's just 1%, that can absolutely have a drastic effect on your compounding over time. It can really diminish your compounding over time. So what I did is I asked ChatGPT to give me a simple example of what that might look like for the average investor choosing to use a financial advisor over the average lifespan of an investment, say 30 years. And here's what it said. So what ChatGPT had to say about the impact of fees on compounding over time, again, this is shocking. Fees significantly affect your investment growth over the long term because the power of compounding, even small fees, can dramatically decrease the total value of your investments. And here's the example. Suppose you invest $100,000 with a typical 7% annual return over 30 years, and that's pretty typical for the stock market, 7-8%, somewhere in that ballpark. And with an annual fee of 0%, meaning you're managing it yourself, that could compound over time if you just park the money in the S&P index, like say the SPY ETF. That could compound over time to about $761,226. And that's nothing to sneeze at. At a 0.5% fee, just a 0.5% fee, you're only compounding out to about $661,436, leaving about $99,790 on the table. And at a 1% fee, which is the average, that compounds over time. That 1% fee being scraped off at the top by the financial advisor means instead of compounding to $761,226, you're compounding to $574,349. That's leaving $186,877 on the table. And you'll be gobsmacked when you see this 2% number. Holy cow. Instead of compounding out to $761,000 some odd dollars, you're compounding out to $432,194, leaving a whopping $329,032 on the table. That is absolutely shocking. So if you already have a financial advisor and you're finding this information a little bit disturbing, well, you might want to pick up the phone and have a conversation with your financial advisor and really think about what you could potentially be doing on your own without paying those extra fees. Even a modest 1% fee reduces your total by about $187,000 over the course of 30 years. And that is serious money. Think about it. So here's my honest take. Financial advisors can be worth it if you lack time or if you lack knowledge or confidence and discipline to manage your own investments effectively. They can serve as a general guide to help protect you, kind of guiding you through and protecting your overall financial health. But we've done the math, and that should be shocking to you. If you're motivated and you're willing to educate yourself and you're willing to develop that personal temperament and discipline, it makes a huge difference over time. It can save you a ton of money, as we've demonstrated with the help of ChatGPT. And think about it. Think about how empowering it is when you become an active participant in that investment process, that you become an active player and you take control of your own financial future. The outcome becomes less obscure. It's going to be easy for you to picture and understand that future when you understand that you're optimizing your compounding power over time. It makes a huge difference, right? So if you find yourself in this situation, wondering whether or not you should hire a financial advisor, or maybe wondering whether or not you should stick with and keep your financial advisor, we've done the math and you can kind of make that decision for yourself. There are pros and there are cons, and that's something you can probably answer for yourself. Look, you saved your money and you've worked hard, and maybe you're considering managing your money on your own. I mean, you want to do it right after all. And if you had the right kind of information, you could probably do just as good of a job as any financial advisor out there. I mean, it's not rocket science. There are things you can do. And once you understand the implications of that decision, that even that just that 1% over time adds up, and that it can cost you a ton of money. I mean, in the example that ChatGPT gave us, it was over $180,000 over the 30-year lifespan of an investment. Now, again, that's some big numbers. That's really something to think about. The implication of those fees over time is shocking, and it could be a little infuriating, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you're willing to learn, the Cashflow Academy, we're here to help you gain the knowledge, the skills, and the confidence you need to make your own investment decisions and manage your own portfolio. You'll not only save all that money on fees, you'll understand how to build wealth on your own terms. And now that you understand the incredible difference that even just 1% can make on the lifetime of the investment, imagine for a moment, what if you learned a new skill like writing covered calls that could help you accelerate and augment your compounding by 1 or 2 or 3 percentage points a year? Imagine just that really conservative strategy helping you accelerate and compound your returns even faster. That's empowering, and that's the kind of decision that can help you go from being a passive participant in your retirement and investment decisions to being an active player who takes control of their own financial future. Now, I'm going to tell you a quick story about an experience I had. It's been many years now, probably a decade or so. But when my daughter was young, we had a field trip with her school to the local zoo. And so I, as a parent, got to volunteer and go to the zoo with my daughter. And I just so happened to run into an old high school friend whose daughter was also in the same class. And he and I got to catching up and talking. He's a great guy. I really like him. And we had that typical conversation. So what do you do for a living, Brad? And he said, oh, I'm a financial advisor. I said, well, that's awesome. How do you like it? He says, it's fantastic, Noah. I love it. We work hard to get assets under management, and I can tell you that I love the consistency of the income we generate on those assets under management. It's a great gig. And he was really sincere and honest, and he really felt like he was helping people. And I would say that that's true. Then he asked me, he said, hey, Noah, well, what do you do for a living? I said, oh, well, I'm a financial educator. And I teach people how to manage their own investment portfolios so that they can fire their financial advisors. And we had a good laugh. Now, that's just a simple story to help illustrate the point that there's no wrong answer until you do the math. There are significant benefits to managing your own investments. Financial advisors absolutely have their place. They do provide a valuable service. But once you do the math and you figure out the cost of that compounding over time, that should serve as serious motivation for you to take control of your own financial investments. Because you don't just want to be a spectator. You want to be an active participant. You want to be able to plan on those investments and learn how to control and mitigate the downside risk so that you can optimize that compounding over time and rescue that money that you're potentially leaving on the table due to the fees that the financial advisors are charging you. Now, if you found that math shocking and you're ready to take investing into your own hands, but you're not sure exactly how to start, we've got you covered over at the Cashflow Academy. Click or tap on the screen right now to watch our video that details how to build an investment portfolio as a complete beginner. And if you found this video helpful, click that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. We'll see you in the next video.